Hello. So in this video, I'm going to do a demo of the Philly HR employee dashboard. So if you go to phillyhr.com and you click Get Started, you'll be able to log in as an employee. I've already logged in a different tab, but I'm just going to show you how. And so um, I have a tab here where I'm logged into my employee account, which I will switch over to in a moment. But I have a slow network. So let me just wait for this to respond. So essentially, yeah, if you come to this site and you click Get Started, you'll see the register page. But if your company is already registered, you can choose to sign in. And then once you click sign in, you can sign in either as an employee, a project manager, or HR. So the screens you see depend on what you're logged in as. So if you're logged in as an employee, you will see an employee dashboard like this one. If you're logged in as a HR, you'll see something like this. And if you're logged in as a project manager, you'll see something like this. So the project manager can assign tasks, create teams, assign tasks to different team members, and create new tasks. So each of those is a separate login. And so as an employee, you would click here, and then it will take you to the employee login page, and you can enter your username and password. So there's a default username and email and password associated with your account when your HR manager creates your employee account. So you'll be able to log in with those credentials here. I've already logged in to my own employee um, dashboard. So yeah, I can see an overview on the landing page. So actually, on my home page here, I can see the overview of my employee account, and I can go to tracking here and see my clock in and clock out hours that I've logged into the system and the time and attendance. And then on the personal, I'll see my personal details. So let me go to tasks here. And if I come here, yeah, a task has been created for me, create software demos for sales team. So that's something that I'm supposed to work on, and I'm currently working on that. The whoever created the task, the HR usually creates this. So I'll see their message here, and then I can comment like I'm on it. Okay, so I already commented on this 3 weeks ago when I first created the demo of this. But yeah, so that's how that works. And then on the payroll here, you can see the next pay date and any pay period, pay history for any pay period that the payroll has been processed for you. And so at the time and attendance, you will be able to clock in and clock out or check your attendance or leave preview in general. So this is my timesheet record, and it shows I haven't logged in today. So let me go back here and clock in. So if I clock in here, it shows that I've clocked in, but the hours are pending because until I clock out, it will not calculate the hours. And you can add overtime hours. So on this date, I added some overtime hours. So if your company has an overtime policy, you can enter there. The HR will have to approve these hours for the status to change here. So it's pending until HR actually uh, approves or confirms that these hours are correct. I can add a note here. So today, recorded a Philly HR demo. Okay, so I can add a note about what I'm doing uh, today. I can edit the note, add more tasks, more items here. Okay, so recorded affiliate edu demo. So we have some software, affiliate HR, affiliate edu. So I'm recording demos for these today, so I can add that to the things that I've done today. I can view the note. I can edit my overtime list here. And so I can add, if I did any overtime today, I can add that here and then I can save it as submit overtime. But I'm not going to add that, so I guess I did this for now because I'm still, the day is not over. And so, yeah, I can submit, if I did overtime, I can submit the overtime. I can just hit submit here. I didn't do anything, so um, it's gonna be blank until I update it. So let me just ideally I should have entered something if I was going to enter an overtime hours, but I didn't. So I'm just going to exit so that it goes away. I didn't do any overtime. And so yeah, once I clock out, I can add overtime or I can edit the note if I've already added one, or I can add a new note explaining what I did. So that's time and attendance. Under performance here, um, performance, I can go to performance overview and I can see if any goals, if any goals have been created for me, if I've received any recognition points, or if there's a pending review, I'll see all of that here. And I can complete assessment. So I completed one peer review and one self-assessment. So you can see that it shows here that I've completed those. If I have any pending assessments that have been assigned, I can come here and see them. But this is so I can complete a self-review. I can provide a peer review to somebody else in the system. So if I'm doing my own self-review, I'll go through this and then submit it. If I'm doing a peer review, I can go through this, fill it out, and submit. And so that's a review section. And so feedback and reviews, goals and KPIs. I think it's my network. So yeah, goals and KPIs. I assigned myself one KPI. I haven't assigned myself a goal yet, but you can see I have a goal that I'm yet to achieve. So it's showing 0% until I mark it as achieved. And so yeah, these goals are created from the HR dashboard. So I'll do a separate demo of how the HR dashboard works and how these goals are created under KPI and goal here. So that's going to be a separate video, but yeah, you can see I created some KPIs here for different roles, and there's a goal template that I created here. This one's in progress, so until I mark it as completed, it's not going to say that I've completed my goal. And so, yeah, you can see a summary of the goals. I just created one goal before this video started. So, yeah, once I complete it, it will update the status of the goals. And so, still on the performance, so we saw goals and KPIs, feedback and reviews. I think I went there briefly. And so, yeah, you can see any pending self-review, peer reviews. If you have a peer in that department that you're assigned to or role that you're assigned to, you will provide reviews for them. And then skills development. So actually, I was assigned. I assigned myself a role when I logged as a skill development task. When I logged in as the HR. So yeah, it shows up here, and I have a certain number of days to complete it, and then the HR will mark the goal as achieved or not achieved when the deadline is passed. So I'll show how to create this from the HR dashboard in a separate video. Again, career path and goals. So it shows my current role, and any like I created a 12-month target to achieve a certain goal, so it shows up here on the dashboard. And then yeah, recognitions and rewards. I gave one recognition from I gave one recognition. So you can go and recognize peer from here. And yeah, I chose somebody's name, and then you can create a new recognition category, or you can choose from the existing list of categories. Each of these has a separate number of points that they gain if they are recognized for that. So I can create a custom recognition category by completing this form and clicking create category. And then, yeah, so if what you're trying to recognize somebody for is not already in a list, you can create a new category and then recognize the peer. You can add the category from here as well. So you recognize the peer and then it will show up. So I've given one recognition to him, and this is what I said. So it shows up as something that I've given, but I don't have any recognitions received yet, so it shows 0 here. So yeah, and then under events here, under events, I can see any company events that have been created. And so here, if I scroll down, there are 2 events. Actually, there were 2. One of them has expired, so it's now just one. End of quarter evaluations on March 31st is the only upcoming event. I think the date for the other one I created has passed, so it's no longer here. But if we create more events, they'll show up here next to this one, and along with the details and timeline for the event. So if you log in the first time, you can change your password, so you can enter the current password and new password. Since you log in as an employee the first time with the default password, you should change your password so that somebody doesn't log into your account, but because the default password is accessible to everybody in the organization, and you don't want your information being available to, I mean, they would need to know your email as well, but if somebody knows your email and the default password and you don't change it, they can log into your account. So under my issues here, case management, I can see the overview. If there's any requests I've put in, then they'll show up here. So my request, I can view any request that I put in. So I can submit requests to the HR, or so this was a leave request I put in, and you can see it shows up here. And so I can click to either view the request or create new request. So here under my requests, I can add a new request by clicking this here. And then I add the details, the category. So if it's a leave, training, payroll, whatever, I can go through and fill out the relevant details and submit. So this will show up on the HR manager's dashboard, and they can respond to it. So you can see I created a leave request, and then the HR approved it, so it shows as resolved. So I created it last month. This was just a test. So, but you get the idea. This is how the software employee login works. The next video, I'll show how the HR manager view works. And then I'll create a separate video on the project manager view, where the project manager gets to create teams and assign tasks to team members and tracks their performance via KPI, goals, and the same sort of KPIs that you see on the employee dashboard. So these are some KPIs that have been created. They can be created by the HR manager or the project manager. In this case, I assigned some. All right, right. I think I'm logged in as multiple users. So this project manager account is the one that sees certain details. So I need to be logged in as an HR to be able to see who the PL accounts are. Because I'm logged in at the same time as an HR and as a project manager. I got that error, but I need to log out of one of these so that it doesn't think that I'm using. I mean, ideally, I would not be logged in as multiple users, but because I'm doing a demo, I'm logged in as multiple users. So I created those project manager roles earlier, so I know it works, but I just had to log in as other users to do this demo. So the idea is that when the HR clicks on this, it will show who the project managers are. And anybody who has been added to that as a project manager can come to the login page and choose to log in as a project manager, like I logged in as an employee, and they'll be able to log in with the email and then the full password the first time. After that, they'll be able to change their password. So, yeah, hopefully that gives you a good idea of the employee dashboard. I'll create a more detailed demo video on the HR dashboard next. So stay tuned for that update, and I'll see you in the next video.